everyone, my name is Lonely. I'm an MBA student of James Cook University.
In modern times, women are constantly reaching new milestones across a wide spectrum of human activities. The world has witnessed the adventure of women leaders such as Hillary Clinton, Oprah Winfrey, Theresa May, Michelle Obama, etc. Women are now breaking the traditional glass ceiling that prevent them from entering leadership positions, even if they have the required skills and talent to occupy them. However, when it comes to leadership in business, while the world is evolving, women are still lagging behind. In the list of Fortune 500 companies, only 26 women are in the position of CEO, making up 5.2% of the female population. To reach the top positions, they are facing with many challenges. These issues are preventing them from achieving their goal of becoming a leader. In this video, I would like to invite some friends sharing their perspectives about female leadership and the challenges that women are facing and how to overcome these issues.
Hi, I'm Eva. I'm MIT HSM student in James Cook University.
Hello guys, my name is Kritesh and I'm currently in my last trimester at JCU Brisbane. I'm doing my masters in IT. Also, I was the Student Association president over here. Currently, I'm serving as a panel member for the Queensland International Student Advisory Panel at the Queensland Government, representing India and the region of Brisbane.
I'm Katie. I'm an MIT HM student at James Cook University.
My name is Austin Okole. I'm a student of James Cook University, Brisbane, Australia. I'm also the president of the Business Club at James Cook University. I'm here to talk about women and their roles and the roles of women in leadership position in the world.
I think female leadership is kind of showing the world is like focus more on humans' emotion, humans' feeling, and more soft like this.
Female leadership means a great thing which we see in the society today. There are female leaders everywhere and in each and every sector, be it the student sector, be it the corporate sector. We have great female leaders today and who are setting great examples and who are great inspirations for the community where they are doing excellent work. Female leadership is something which is it is normally a bit tougher than male leaders, because generally what I feel is female leaders have to sometimes go beyond the limit to prove themselves. So I think female leaders today who are there in the world, who are spreading the great messages of women empowerment, are influencing so many other people, so many other women of the community to become independent and to stand up and to work towards their goal. So that is what female leadership is about. So I think that's one of the biggest thing why I respect female leaders in the world today.
For me, female leadership is someone who are more understandable and flexible than the male leaders. I used to work with so many female leaders and I feel like I am understood by her, and I have received a lot of support from my previous female leaders. I feel that they are kind of role models for me because they are so active, they are so flexible, and they have a very good career orientation. Besides that, my previous female leader.
Female leadership for me is the ability for women to take leadership and responsible role in organization as well as in family. For instance, the ability to manage resources, to manage people, and to manage time in achieving a common objective of the organization as well as the country. That is female leadership.
Few of the challenges faced by them are the problems of the balancing the family and the corporate life. So even though they are excellently qualified, they have the best work experiences, but sometimes they end up leaving work just because to manage family. So that is one of the biggest challenges. Second challenge is the problem of gender equity. Sometimes we do not have equal ratio of men and women in an organization, and due to this, a lot of female face the challenges. Sometimes men who work under a female boss sometimes feel that they are not. Why should they follow a lady, a woman, and why should they have to accept that a female is their boss, and why should they follow what she's telling or what she's asking to do? So this kind of challenges are quite often in smaller or organizations in all parts of the world. So I think so there are a lot of challenges faced by female leaders as compared to male leaders, because sometimes they have to go beyond the limit to prove their capability, to prove that they are actually able to do work, and they are able to prove themselves. They are able to work better than male leaders. So I think so these are a few of the challenges faced by female leaders today.
I think the world and the society is still dominated by male, so female leader may facing more challenge and doubt by employees, like they are doubting their abilities of leading.
Numerous challenges female leadership face in organization as well as family. First of all, they face the challenges of equality, of equal gender equality in organizations, like the ability to get a support from the male counterpart, and as well as to have some collaboration with a female counterpart as well. Like when there is in a board meeting, ability to get support from the male in decision making, and as well as achieving common objective of the organizations. They face these gender discriminations in offices, and that is one of the major challenges they have. Another challenge female leadership have is the ability to manage the roles between parental responsibility as well as corporate responsibility. I will take for instance, most of the CEO in the world, like in Fortune 500 organizations, they have kids, they have families, and they have responsibility at home. So how do you combine both responsibility? And we both know that female have more responsibility at home in terms of taking care of the kids, in terms of ensuring that the home is stable and organized, and they have commitment to the office. So having a work-life balance between the home and the office is a major responsibility, and especially when they give birth, to a new baby. Take for instance the current Prime Minister of Australia gave birth recently to a new baby. So the ability to manage home affairs and as well manage the country is a huge responsibility, and that is the challenge for female leadership. And as well, the third challenge I feel that female leadership is facing is the confidence female leadership ought to have in terms of communication, in terms of proving themselves. Sometimes they just want to prove themselves to their peers as well as to the male counterpart, and as well get some collaboration and support from other female. These challenges is what female leadership faces in a contemporary world.
About the challenges that female leaders may face at work, I find that the biggest challenge is how to make a balance between the career and the life, the family, the personal life, because they are the mother of a family, so they have the responsibility to take care of the children and to manage the family, because nowadays in most Asian countries they still have the stereotype that female would definitely have the responsibility to take care of the children and the family, so they don't have a lot of opportunity to succeed in the leadership role. So I think nowadays we need to provide them more support to if they want to be a leader, just try to help them and understand them and give them the opportunity to succeed.
The greatest solution to this problem is the problem of gender equity, which can be solved by equal balance of having equal male and females in an organization. The ratio, if we have a similar ratio of equal men and women in any organization, then a lot of the problems which we discussed today would be solved. Other main thing is we need to look at the female leader, the whole concept of female leadership and the whole position with a different aspect. If we start learning the importance of female, the importance of women required in any organization or in any corporate environment, I think so it is as important as importance of women on this planet. So if we are able to figure that out, I think so a lot of challenges it would be easy for us to respect and gain that equal balance between the male and the female in any organization.
I think just compete with female strength, like showing ability, and somehow people will believe their leading skills.
Well, overcoming the challenges female leadership face. Firstly, the female leaders has to take more of coaching role, mentoring role. They need to undergo some managerial or leadership courses to gain more insight and more discipline, and that means upgrading their skills, capability, and competency, as well as taking some courses that will help them to get more confidence, and as well balancing their emotional intelligence as well as their social and intelligence as well. So this coaching role, these courses can give female leaders more confidence in terms of managing resources and managing and solving problems as well. Another way female leadership can overcome the challenges they face is the ability to speak up. Speaking up when there's need for it, especially during board meeting or during social gathering. Most female leaders, they don't have the tendency to speak up, and that frightens, them a lot. Like when they are being afraid, when they are being not being confident in themselves to speak up, that is a challenge. And by speaking up, people will hear what they say and they will get support for that. Like for instance, the current Prime Minister of Australia, spoke out when there was terrorist attack in Australia, and that creates some level of support from the public, and that really is important because when she spoke up, there was overwhelming support from everyone in the world, and that brought about a massive change of policy and leadership in Australia, in New Zealand, and that is the same skill female leaders should have in terms of the person, even both it could be in family, it could be in organization, it could be in the country as a whole. But speaking up is a key responsibility to overcome stereotypes, to overcome discrimination, to overcome gender inequality, to overcome the glass ceiling of male dominance in managerial roles and responsibility. And we all know that about less than 6% of female leaders take up leadership responsibility in Fortune 500 organizations, which is very, very lower compared to their male counterpart. So these are the areas I think they can overcome the challenges they face in leadership position. Thank you.
In order to overcome these challenges, I think that they should have the support from both family and from the society. Like for example, a husband in the family, they should give them enough support that they can have more time to work in their favorite job. And regarding the society support, we need to have some kind of campaigns to erase the stereotype that women need to be stay home and take care of children. Like we need to make people increase their awareness about the role of leadership in the society.
Women deserve more opportunities to advance, and they've gained them. Now is the time for the businesses to fight unconscious biases and provide women with the resources and pathway they need to make the most of their talents. And for the women, be realistic that change will come.